Hello everyone. I have an order in for a Ford F-150 Lightning truck, which in fact was built today and hopefully will be here in a few weeks. In anticipation of receiving the truck, I've been getting things ready for testing it out as an electric overlanding rig. I'm supposing that with the Lightning being electric and therefore having a much reduced carbon footprint, that it would fall into the category of an eco overlanding rig. Which I don't know if that's really a category, but with the Lightning and the Rivian, those trucks being available, that seems like it should be a thing. Now the Lightning I ordered is the base XLT version with the short range battery. And so you might be saying, but Bluebeard, if you wanted to overland, you should have bought the extended range with 320 miles of range instead of 230. And you'd be right. Well, maybe. We'll see. I have this idea to overland using solar as much as possible. So Solverlanding. Now, I know a lot of you will think this is crazy, but if I'm able to do this with a truck with 230 miles of range and a 100 kilowatt battery, imagine what trucks that are coming out in a few years would be able to do with larger capacity batteries and longer range. You may remember back a few years ago when the farm to fork movement took off and there was a change in thinking about food preparation and sustainability called slow food, where the focus changed to the sources, preparation process, and environmental impact of food as part of the eating experience rather than just a rush to produce meals without much regard to its impact. In a similar way, as we introduce more and more electric vehicles to the overlanding experience, where the possibilities of doing eco-overlanding trips in a more sustainable way with solar come at a trade-off for increased travel and charging time, we may have to rethink how we go about overlanding. So Solverlanding, in reality, may be more an issue of Sloverlanding. But the payoffs, for those who are willing to try it, may be well worth it. After all, what is a more perfect scenario than reducing your emissions as you travel through an area, thereby reducing your footprint? And you can take a lot of fuel with you, but there is no way to produce more gas or diesel at a campsite like you can with solar, if you slow it down and give yourself the extra time. I have a rooftop solar panel system on order from a company called EV Solar Kits. I'll provide a link in the description below. This is for my Tesla Model 3, and I'll be making a separate video on that. But I don't see why I can't try it on the Lightning as well. That's one advantage of buying the Pro or XLT Lightning version. No sunroof, so plenty of real estate for solar panels. I have a used tonneau cover I bought off Amazon that I'll be using to test out solar panel mounting and effects on drag and efficiency. I also bought a rack, again used because I don't know in what ways these will need to be hacked up. This will be used for evaluating the effects of drag from a rooftop tent with solar panels. The same company that sells the rooftop EV panel for the Model 3 also sells an overlanding multi-panel kit that can be used on any vehicle. I may purchase this later, or I may attempt to create my own after some testing of panels, inverters, and batteries. My plan is to test all options as I'm selecting components for the rig, so some things will probably change as I go along. An eco-focused Sloverlanding rig isn't going to be for everyone, and it certainly will require some amount of patience with weather unpredictability, charging wait times, etc. But if it sounds like something you're interested in, I encourage you to subscribe, click the like button, and more importantly, add your comments on ideas you have about what may or may not work for such a project. I'll try to address and incorporate your ideas as much as possible, making this project a group effort. I think the question now is whether we're going to overland clean or overland dirty. Anyone can load up with gallons of gas or diesel and zip across the Sonoran Desert. They've started giving us the vehicles now to change that, but it's up to us to figure out the tech and come up with better ways to travel, both sustainably and efficiently. Well, I'll see you in the next video, hopefully when I get the truck in a few weeks.